I mean, we have unlimited mana, unlimited card draw, a Coma that's spitting out unlimited creatures, and our opponent's sitting on 5 mana. I would love to see how they come back from this. Don't think it's possible. Bounce the Inferno back to their hand. Hullbreaker comes in. We have 1 mana left over. They're like, please no Fading Hope. And we say, no, sorry, we have it. We have the Fading Hope, unfortunately, which means every single thing you own goes back to your hand here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we are talking about ramp, and man, we are going big or we are going home, and I refuse to go home. We are talking about SULTAI ramp, and we are running some of the biggest, baddest creatures on this top end you've ever seen. Before though I dive into this and break this thing down, if you're new here to the channel and you find some value in today's content, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. The like button also goes extremely far here, so I'd really appreciate those 2 things so much. With that being said, let's dive in and talk about the deck, because we got a lot of gameplay footage today to get through, so we're gonna rush through this breakdown pretty quickly here. But the idea behind this deck is I wanted to play 2 green cards that I have yet to get a chance to play that I think are absolutely busted. We got Settle the Wilds and the Glorious Sunrise. Settle the Wilds is going to be our primary ramp card. This card says whenever you play it, we get an extra land that comes to the battlefield. We also get to seek a card into our hand that's a permanent based on the amount of lands we have, right? So the converted mana cost, all that stuff. So if we play this on turn 3, we're getting an extra land. So now we get to go to our deck and seek a card that's a 4-drop as long as it's a permanent. Same thing, so on and so forth. If it's our 5th land, 6th land, we go and get the drop. So we've got a really good curve out here. We got 4, 5, 6, and 7 drops. All the way up to 7 drops, we're going to seek something with the Settle the Wilds, which is great because it's a really great ramp card. But normally we're playing this on turn 3. Turn 3, we're playing this card out. We're getting a 4-drop. So our 4-drop is one of... We're getting a Binding the Old Gods. There's no other 4-drops in my deck that are permanents. We're getting a Binding the Old Gods. So not only do we ramp from the Wilds into a Binding, from there we Binding, and then the following, saga, we get to go into turn 2, which we seek a land, or we get to go in and get another land, which ramps us even further. Also, Glorious Sunrise. This card is going to be a 5-drop, which is no joke. That's really hard to get this down and start seeing any sort of value out of this card. But the value on this card, if you can keep it out for at least like 3 turns, is insane because it gains you life, it ramps you, it finishes games by giving your creatures trample on 1/1s, and it also draws you cards. This happens every single turn, and if you're ramping, you get this thing down, you stack these, it's busted, man. It is insane how much value this card gets you. The rest of the package is pretty simple. We've got Burning Rune Demon in the 6th slot because we want to curve out, and it was probably the best 6-drop I could find that was a permanent that matched up with the Wilds. So we got a 1 of here, but these 7-drops are really going to be our game winners, right? We got Coma, we got Hullbreaker. These are 2 of the baddest creatures on the Magic Arena. So we've obviously thrown those on the top end. And then the rest of the package is pretty simple. We got 3 negates for those control matchups. We got 4 Fading Hopes to slow the game down because we're gonna need to bounce some stuff. Really slow the pace of the game down because we don't start really playing until like turn 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? So Fading Hope's gonna get us there. Dividing 0 is going to get us there. Bouncing things, instant speed. Also, Inscription of Insight is a great card because early game we can bounce 2 creatures, draw some cards if we need to. This does a lot of things, but it takes an insane 8 mana to kick this thing and play all 3 because it is a really busted card, especially if you're kicking it. We can kick it no problem. We have so much mana to play with. This is not a problem at all. And then lastly, we have Shadow's Verdict for all the Clerics, Mono Blacks, all those nonsensical creatures, decks that just run us over before we get to the top end. Shadow's Verdict is very much a key to this deck. You're going to see in the beginning of this video, we did actually run Blood Chief Thirst in replacement of the Shadow's Verdict. It was kind of the idea was to play early removal with the Fading Hope just to get us to the the end of the game, but we ran into Mono Black, realized during the recording probably smarter to just have a full playset of Shadow's Verdict, so that's why that's in here. We got 1 Hall of the Storm Giants to win the game with as well, and the rest is pretty simple. We have a couple snow lands in here. Why? Because Binding the Old Gods can fetch snow lands because they do count as forests, which is awesome. And we have a sideboard for our Divide by Zero with 2 Environmental Sciences, 2 Teachings, a Containment Brains, an Expanded Anatomy, and Mascot Exhibition. Now that I got that all out of the way, real quick, I wanted to address maybe the elephant in the room, maybe not. If you guys can hear it, I don't know. I think I've taken care of it quite a bit. I've dropped my treble down on my mic a lot because there is a really bad humming going on. The cord broke. I'm trying to be really delicate. It broke. I have another one on the way. Hopefully that'll fix my mic issues. I hope you can't hear it. I tried my best to mask it. I still personally can hear it in my ears just ever so slightly, so I apologize for that, but I hope you guys can enjoy this video because we won't have the mic cord till tomorrow, so I had to make do on this video the best I could, and I messed with the audio. It doesn't sound as good as it normally does, but hopefully that hissing is not so noticeable, and I apologize if I just brought it to attention and that's all you can hear, so my apologies. But let's dive into the gameplay footage. We have some really cool games, and we'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, here we go. SULTAI Ramp, baby. Let's get it. SULTAI Ramp. This deck has been doing absolutely well for me in the recent games I've been playing it. We've already play tested it quite a bit, and it's come through for me, so hoping that'll stay the same here for this video. Gonna be trying to be very careful with my hands. I do not want to bump this mic. I don't know how much longer it has left in life. Not the mic, just the cord, but gotta be delicate, man. I'm definitely keeping this hand because we have ourselves a Set of the Wilds, which is pretty much the key card here. All right, so we're probably up against the dragons, I would assume. Yep, we sure are. We have an answer for the whelp immediately, which is nice. Whelp is down, but unfortunately they got the value out of it, so we're gonna get hit with the Town Razor Tyrant, but we do ramp a lot, so we shouldn't have to take too much damage from the land that it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be. Nice, not a Town Razor. That's good. That's good. We get the binding, which is gonna be super helpful to kill the Regents. Gold Span can come down this turn if they had it in their opening hand here. But they go for the Crossroads. Okay, Crossroads in the Scry. Another Whelp. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're making it happen here. Binding. They deal one additional. We drop a Black Source. We hit him with the Blood Chief's Thirst. We probably should have played the Blood Chief's Thirst first. Would have saved ourselves one damage from the, you know, the Regent. So you live and you learn, huh? You live and you learn. We are ramping hard though. We're going right into the Hullbreaker Horror, which is going to be just a nightmare for them to deal with, I would hope, but we'll see. It's a lot of damage, but again, we have another answer and even more ramp, so this is nice too because we have 1 mana open for a Fading Hope. And we guarantee ourselves our final land. We need to get down the Hullbreaker the following turn. They're probably going to crack that right away. Nice. That's pretty big for us. Taking a turn off. Slowing down. We need more blue than anything, but let's just pass the turn. Hullbreaker Horror is flashed, so we can flash it in. And we can do it that way. Oh, that's annoying though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We might actually just have to just waste this turn to hit a Fading Hope, which feels so bad, man. 6, 7. I mean, we're taking 7, and then we shouldn't have to take any more damage from that point on, but it's tough to say. Do I? Yeah, I'm gonna flash the Hullbreaker in. This is greedy. I'm gonna be honest. This is very, very greedy because we're going down to 2 here. They are tapped out though. We should be fine from this point forward. Should be. And then we have another Hullbreaker and a Fading Hope. So this should be pretty good. This should be pretty good. I think we can close out the game here on 2 life, believe it or not. We cast our second Hullbreaker. We get to kick back their Inferno. Let's see if they pump the mana into their Inferno here first. That would be great, just to ensure. But no, they don't do it. There was no need to, so makes sense. Bounce the Inferno back to their hand. Hullbreaker comes in. We have 1 mana left over. They're like, please no Fading Hope. And we say, no, sorry, we have it. We have the Fading Hope, unfortunately, which means every single thing you own goes back to your hand here. And the Hullbreakers are ready to go for the lethal shot. GG's, my friend. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. GG's. This deck is kind of silly, man. It's just the ramp on this thing is gnarly, and that new card that just, you know, seeks you a card in your hand is so good. This Set of the Wilds, and look at that, we have 3 in our hand. We just talked about how good it is, and they just give us 3 like that. That is dirty. All right, we don't have any blue though for the Fading Hope as of right now, because we got to go green, green, black. So hopefully we top deck a blue source here. Let's give a hello here, and all right, it's mono black. Hopefully we have time here to set this up. We should have time. Mono black's a slow, grindy style deck. Oh, they're Orzhov. Okay. Okay, they go into my hand. And they exile something for mana 2 or greater. What could they possibly take here? Probably the negate. Yeah, I was gonna say they're probably gonna take the negate. And the reason they're gonna take the negate is because they don't see the value in the other cards yet, but they will in a second. I guess. I'm not too sure which card to take there. That's a tricky one. Tricky little card there. All right, hopefully with the Settle the Wilds we find a... Ooh, there we go. I was gonna say find a blue source, but we just found our blue source here, so that's good. Nice. We get a binding, of course. And now we have to be careful about how we use these Settle the Wilds, because it's all dependent upon what card we're gonna, you know, get off the top of our deck here, based on when we play these. So we know we have a 5-drop. Our 5-drop's really good. We probably should take it because of the life gain on it. It's really, really nice for long games. And we're definitely going into a long game. Our drop 6 would be Rune Demon. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the 5-drop here. I think I'm going to take the 5-drop here. And I am going to do the untapped land because of Fading Hope. And we have 3, 4, 5, 6. I can go ahead and do it one more time to guarantee that I hit my 7-drop game winner. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't find it that necessary, to be honest, right now. So another Blood Artist. Okay. This is where Shadow's Verdict would feel really, really nice. I thought about putting it in the deck, but dang it. Fading Hope doesn't get the Blood Artist before that triggers. I probably should have cast that prior. Let's make them recast it anyways. It's one of their more expensive cards, so let's make them recast it anyways. I should have done that prior so I didn't take that extra damage, but is what it is, I guess. Glorious Sunrise is nice, but I also want to get a binding down to hit one of these brush strokes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I do this, play a land, I guarantee that I can hit. Okay, let's do that. So I hit a Hullbreaker Horror. Okay. Guarantee our binding here. Binding hits the Sanguine Brushstroke. Next turn, we get the Hullbreaker Horror out, and we could just start popping off. The Sunrise, I think, would have been a good play too, just because of all that life gain we would have got off of it, but I think just bouncing everything back to their hand also feels pretty good. Well, there goes that idea, huh? Okay. So we can take an extra turn with this bad boy. That's kind of nice. Put a charge counter on it every turn, 3 of them, and then we get, oh nice, we get a coma. That's super helpful. Super helpful. Just kind of ignoring the artifacts they've given me here. I'm not really too concerned about it. If I focus too much on them, might get us in trouble here. I don't see any snow mana, so Blood on the Snow is kind of out of the picture, but even so, we get indestructibility with coma, so we're looking really good here. Exiling effects are obviously a problem. Vanishing Burst cannot hit coma though. What other exiling effects should we be worried about here? There are also things like Meat Hook Massacre that could probably be a issue. If we're going to lose the Serpent anyways, let's give ourselves indestructibility just in case there's any shenanigans, but obviously they could have responded in their okay, Sunrise, start gaining that life. Get rid of the you know, damage control. Let's get down the extra turn potential. And I'm so tempted to take a card here, just keep drawing cards, but I don't think it would be the smart play, unfortunately. Coma's not going anywhere unless Meat Hook Massacre comes down, so I should be all right. I hope. I hope. 4 mana to put a charge counter on that. We need 3 of them to take an extra turn. I think we can do it though. With all this mana, I think we could do it. We could use this to also gain a crazy amount of mana. We could also use it to just finish the game with trample. Got a lot of options with it, so. Whenever this attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield tapped. That's okay. It's a perfect crew 3 from a Serpent, which is kind of nice. We'll keep taking the 1 damage. I'm gonna draw a card. Fading Hope, that's not bad. Not bad. Let's get in there. We can crew up this 4/4/2 at any point, which is a better blocker than a 3/3, obviously, so could do that. They might take out one of my Serpents here with the -1/1. This right here is just a 2/1. It says whenever it dies, create a 1/1 Human Warrior token, which is a great way for us to Fading Hope. We got to be really careful though, because we're dropping below the double digits now on life, and this Blood Artist could honestly, you know, surprise us and catch us off guard. All right. You know what? I can save myself 1 damage here. It might be worth it. At this close of a game, I might want to just consider it. I should have done it prior to combat, but it's fine. Keep screwing up my these Blood Artists, man. They make things really tricky on when you should and shouldn't do things. You just never know when things are gonna get sacked. But in that case, they were blocking, so I should have definitely known better and played that differently. But it shouldn't matter though. Like I said, we should be able to just kill him here. Hopefully in the next go or 2. That's fine. Just in case. I mean, you never know. Just tap their land. Let's put a charge counter here. No attacks from their 1/1, obviously. I mean, they might want to deal that 1 extra damage across. Yeah, I was gonna say if it dies, they do get an extra point of damage, but they don't take the opportunity. That's really nice. All right, we draw 2. Oh, Burning Rune Demon. Why not? Why the heck not? And let's gain some life. I can't. I don't think I can finish him here, obviously. So I think I'm just gonna gain the life. Burning Rune Demons in hand. So feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good about this. Should be able to close this out, hopefully. They do get the Witch, though, which does go find something pretty decent. Could find a, there's a lot of really, heavy hitters late game for like 6 drops that are like really good enchantments. Oh, I should have crewed up there. That was a missed opportunity. I should have crewed up there big time. Super missed opportunity. I'm not used to having, crewed up artifacts down here in this deck. Yep, that's a good enchantment. That's going to speed up my clock here a little bit. Gonna speed up the old clock. All right. Can't do that just yet. Let's go here first. Take care of that so it can't deal damage out of nowhere on me. Let's gain 3 life. Let's attack here. I'm just debating on whether or not to play the Rune Demon or not. We'll see how much damage this deals. Okay. I think I'm gonna just elect to take the extra turn. Pretty sure we got this, game locked down, but you never know. Again, they could draw a pretty big Meat Hook Massacre here. They have a treasure, and so 1, 2, 3, 4. They can only Meat Hook for 4, but that's still a darn good Meat Hook. Oh, I forgot the crew again, man. Oh my god, I'm never gonna remember that. I'm never gonna remember the crew. It is what it is. That's pretty good. Out of lands. We'll do the trample after, because if they end up picking off a couple of creatures here, only 4 health, like we can get in a lot of trouble. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna give the trample on the next turn. I know I'm still not crewing. It's fine. I don't really care, so. And there's the scoop. There's the scoop. We were gonna use our sun, what is it called? The sunset. We were gonna use that and give all of our creatures 1/1 and trample to the end of turn on the next go around. Glorious Sunrise. What a card, man. That really kept us alive there against Mono Black, huh? GG. All right, don't give me too much of a hard time on the quote-unquote misplays there, not crewing that vehicle over and over again. I didn't ask to play those cards, okay? They were given to me. I wasn't prepped and ready to showcase those cards. We get to go first with not a great hand. This is better. This is better, I suppose. All right, we'll make it work. Blue-green. This land looks so close to like the black green or black blue, or you gotta be careful with that one. Blue green. Blue green, so we'll need black and say go. We have a divide. We're up against Mono Black again. That's a tough deck for us to beat. Glorious Sunrise is definitely a key player in this matchup, but yeah, man, this is gonna be a tough one to beat for sure. We'll divide something here. Hopefully, we can divide back their disputes. Their deadly dispute. All right, they're definitely running Blood on Snow. That's good to know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna dispute something or divide something else here. I don't think. Nice, that's a better divide. Much better divide. I don't think I'll need teachings, but you never know. Binding is such an important card here, maybe to curve out on. So. What would I blow up though? And what would be worth blowing up when we're talking about? Oh man. That was tough. I think it's more important to curve out the sunrise. Plus, I'd like to have binding hit the brushstroke over anything else. So I think we just take this here, unfortunately. There's the Blood Artist. More green. Sunrise. Let's keep gaining that 3 life. We're really gonna need it every turn. Gonna need it bad. The brushstroke. I don't know if I want to kill that or the Blood Artist. I just feel like there's a lot more tools in my deck to deal with creatures, so I think I got to take the brushstroke. Okay, now that they double down, I'm definitely taking the brushstroke here. Such a hard deck to beat without Shadow's Verdict. Maybe I should add Shadow's Verdict in this deck, man. It might honestly be worth adding in. If I do this, I get a land. No. Binding it is. Let's go. We need to top deck a land here on this next turn. Nice. Keep gaining that 3 life. They can only deal 3 a turn as of right now unless they start killing some stuff. Obviously they can activate the hive too, but I doubt that's what's going to end up happening here. I feel like our opponent's going to have too many answers by the time we get to the point where we need to get start taking over the game and winning the game. We just had too slow of a start here. This is a perfect example of like, we can beat mono black, but we have to have a pretty good start, and honestly it's probably our tougher matchup here for sure. All right, so let's go ahead. What do we do here? Draw 2 cards, probably. Land is good. I don't think I want another inscription, though. Let's get 3 life. Back to 16. They're down to 1 card in hand, though. Maybe the teachings was obviously a bad idea. Let's hope the coma can get it done, man. It might be able to. It really might. It just might be able to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can cast it next turn. Again, they only have 1 card in hand. Could it be instant speed removal? Sure, but is it probably instant speed removal? Probably not. I don't know, man. They blood on the snow here. Interesting. That is odd. That's really, really odd. Is that enough damage? They say good game. There's no shot that's enough damage, right? I mean, it's 3 times 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 times 6. It might be. Yeah, that's more than enough, actually. That's actually more than enough. Oh man, we got got by a blood on the snow. I was thinking too. I was really considering using my inscription to insight on double bouncing 2 blood chief's thirst, and then using the bouncing 2 blood artists and using the blood chief's thirst on a 3rd one, which is obviously in hindsight the way I should have gone, but I thought we'd be okay. I didn't expect them to use that on themselves to just deal lethal. GG's. All right, I don't usually make changes to the deck that are that major in mid video, but we did just make a pretty big change here. After that mono black game, it did become pretty apparent to me that Shadow's Verdict really does have a place in this deck. Like it's a no-brainer. So I took out Blood Chief's Thirst and we threw in Shadow's Verdict. So hoping that'll help out quite a bit here. We're gonna mulligan that. This is better, but man, not having to play till turn 5 is pretty scary. Pretty scary, man. Hopefully our top decks will be better. All right, we'll decide whether or not we want, black or green, because we got double devotion to black or green here, based on the next few land drops we get. All right, so Shadow's Verdict's gonna be a main player right away. Fading Hope. man. Giving up a green here, so we gotta hope the land comes down the way we want to see it. Mono, black, and clerics today, huh? That's what we're going against? Shadow's Verdict's gonna eat him alive. Let's save the Fading Hope for when like the cleric's life spawn grows a bit here. Let it go through their attack step next turn. That way it goes through its summoning sickness, and then we cast it. Slow them down as much as we can. All we're trying to do is slow them down enough to get to this verdict. Would love to see another green land off the top here. Not sure what our opponent's waiting on here. There's only one thing they can do. Nice, they attack. Oh, that's frustrating, but it's fine. We should be able to hit a land here. We're going on turn 4 here. We took a 3-land hand with a 25-land deck. This should almost always give us a land by turn 4, but I've been screwed way worse before, so I'm not getting my hopes up. Not getting my hopes up. Not until Arena shows me that they can act right, you know? We get a scry too, which I forgot about, which is really helpful. Alright, scry, you better have a land on top. It's not a land, it's a ramp card that I can't cast. Because we had to go double black for verdict. Hey, we get a land, which means we can scry 2 and draw 2 here, which is very good. Obviously bouncing both of those would be super helpful as well, but I can't afford that right now because I really got to hit my land drops. I think the Shadow's Verdict is more important than anything at the moment. Found ourselves a coma. That's good. That's good. We're going to take a pretty heavy shot here, though. Pretty heavy shot from our friend here. 5 damage. Alright. Another land is nice, but I need a green land. I need a green. Would love to get this down because the life gain on this thing is... Honestly, it's just... Every turn gaining 3 is so helpful. Another Cleric's life spawned, and another veteran. Might let them hit me one time with that. Nice, we do get the land. Let's go. We're definitely gonna let them hit us one time with those. Get the life gain going. That's a no-brainer for me here. Now that we've got that established, let them commit a little bit more to the board. Some more bangers to the board. Keep in mind, Verdict cannot hit Inquisitor Captain, which is a shame. It's a very big shame, but pretty much the rest of their deck, though, is fair game. Got all the mana we need now. Nothing is standing in our way at the moment. This can also ramp us by 3, which is awesome. Okay, you got another one? Play another one. Just for good measure, play another one. No? What, are you afraid of a Shadow's Verdict or something? Come on. I might actually coma and then Shadow's Verdict the following turn. Again, just really trying to establish the board before I Shadow's Verdict, because I want them to commit as much to this board as they possibly can before I Shadow's Verdict. If they play another creature here, I definitely will Shadow's Verdict. If not, I'll hold up and probably play Coma. Because Coma can block here, Serpent can block here, we'll take 1, we gain 3 off of the Sunrise. It's just easy living, man. Easy living. What an addition to the deck. What an absolute addition. Wake up, dragon. Wake up, opponent. Alright, nothing, huh? All that waiting for what? Nothing? All right, starting next turn 2, we can just start drawing cards every turn. Oh, this is just gross. This is such a gross card. If you can actually get it to resolve, and like, it is a very expensive card, so it is really hard to like get it down and like see extra value out of it, because unless you have it out for a couple of turns, 5 mana, you're not getting your value back. So you get 3 turns with this thing though, you've paid yourself back for sure. All right, this is going to be a very satisfying verdict here. Very satisfying. They probably won't even attack here because it really doesn't make sense for them to attack, so. Hello, opponent. Are you home? We're sitting on some form of interaction here for 1 mana on black. Unless it's, yeah, we're in the attack step. They're probably just deciding on their attackers here, which is also holding priority. They want to go to their spell book here. Go to your spell book. Have fun with that. They could go and get an enchantment that could actually stop Coma from being Coma, which is really annoying. But Coma would still be there, so technically I could still draw cards off of the fact that it's a bigger creature. Let's draw a card. Another land. Come on. Come on, mate. You might be asking, why are you attacking with a 3/3 into 5/5 and a 4/4? We're going to Shadow's Verdict, so it didn't really matter. I mean, we have unlimited mana, unlimited card draw, a Coma that's spitting out unlimited creatures, and our opponent's sitting on 5 mana. I would love to see how they come back from this. Don't think it's possible. And it's Clerics. I love beating up on Clerics, man. Anything super meta, Clerics, Dragons, I love. Just there's just this extra good feeling in your chest when you're beating up on those types of decks. Angel of Unity. A little bit of life gain, okay. Ooh, don't mind if I do. We're gonna kick this thing more. Oh, wait. Do we give him another Inquisitor Captain? Maybe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'll bounce him. Why the heck not? Well, there's a million reasons why the heck not, but you know what I mean. Draw a card. All right, I don't know how they're going to stop this next one. We're going to give everything 1/1 and trample. A lot of damage coming through. We might bind something. Yeah, they're toast. They're absolute toast. I hope you're all having a fantastic day out there, by the way. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. With Magic content, you know, a little bit longer format, so just wanted to take the time to let you guys know if you made it, you know, this far. Huge shout out and thank you. I really do appreciate it so much. You know, watch time is very important on YouTube, so shout out to you homies out there who are helping support the channel. Love it, man. Love it. A lot of cool things coming to the channel, man, this year. I feel like this is going to be a very good year for the channel. It's all thanks to your guys' help. All right, gonna go here. You're gone. That has summoning sickness, so it can't attack. This comes down. Bang, bang, Gucci gang, and Snapdragon. Let's get it, baby! Oh, man, once this thing is established, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against that? Clerics had a bad day on that last one, that's for sure. We sent them packing, man. Okay, we got the Settle the Wilds on turn 3, but the mana is a little wonky, I can't lie. A little sketch. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. If we top deck a forest off the top, I'm gonna be thrilled. Preferably a forest, you know, that's tied also to an island. But I don't want to get greedy now. I'll take what I can get. Okay, that's not what I asked for. Not at all what I asked for, but it's okay. We don't always get what we ask for. We got 2 more tries. Okay, wait, hold on. That's a start. It's not what I asked for either, but it's a start. So we're not getting the wilds down on curve at all. So we're gonna go ahead and play this so we can hold the Fading Hope. This is a 1-drop that says if a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. When you do, you may pay 2. Got it. That has Magecraft, right? No. I lose a life every time they gain life. Okay. Very interesting little deck they've got going on here. We'll make you replay that next turn. Make things awkward for you. That's a land. The one we need. That is the one we need. Prefer if it wasn't a snow mana, but it's okay. We'll take it. Alright, Shadow's Verdict going to be so good here in this matchup. Binding. I think I'm going to go get another binding here, though. I think I want 2 bindings here. I think I prefer the binding over... Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have preferred that over. Huh. Our 5-drop. Our Sunrise. That was a mistake. I should have taken the Sunrise. It's okay, though. We have the Shadow's Verdict, which is just going to absolutely wreck our opponent's face. And we'll follow it up with binding on the brushstroke, so... Not too shabby. And they're down. Oh, they have 2 mana open. I almost missed that. I almost missed this being on tapped over here. So they do have Deadly Dispute options, unfortunately. But this does have to come down now. Smart play. That way they get to learn. Mono black getting hit by Verdict is tough, huh? Guess this is Golgari, but still. Gotta sacrifice another creature just to get that extra damage. Looking pretty good, though. We're looking pretty good. Would yeah, we should have got the Sunrise, though, man. That was a big mistake because our life total is pretty low. And if they find another brushstroke, we could be in a bit of trouble here for sure. Because these blood tokens being stacked are no joke. Deadly Dispute, sure. 2 mana left over. A lot of cards in hand. No plays, huh? Nice. We get rewarded off the top with that. I just wish I was drawing into lands. That's the thing, right? I wish I was drawing into lands. Let's get rid of the brushstroke. We're going to take 3 from the hive, probably. But at least the binding does get us more mana, which is what we really, really need right now. Another brushstroke, of course. Another brushstroke, of course. Don't know what we're going to do now, man. I don't know what we're going to do. Shadow's Verdict seems like the smartest play, but that's 2-4 right there. Oh, man. Not fun, my friend. Not fun. We go here, gain 3 every turn. As of right now, that seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. I'd like to have 2 of those down, man. That'd be really, really good. Alright, so they activate the hive, which is just going to offset the 3 I just gained. So I'll take that if that's their main play here. And then we'll bind another brushstroke here and keep gaining 3. We'll just keep gaining 3. We'll use the inscription to bounce both the Blood Artist as well. I could Verdict the Blood Artist too, but I just It's a lot of mana. I'm trying to ration at the moment. All right, that's 2 more damage. They're tapped out now. They take 3 to hold up priority here. Oh, I guess for the blood token. Okay. Let's bind again. Jeez, man, this is tough. This is a tough game here. Yep, they eat the blood token. We take 2 more. Yikes. All right, and we can settle the wilds to ensure we hit the verdict, but it's gain to 3 life because I'm tripping out here on the life gain. It's stressing me out. Fading Hope, I think on the Hive is going to be the play here. I think that's going to be the play. Innkeeper is fine. Activate the Hive, I'm sure, right? They're going to want to keep dealing that damage. Things are getting down to the wire, that's for sure. I hope they activate the Hive, though, and then they're tapped out. That'd be great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can activate the Hive. It would need that treasure, so they would be tapped out. Nice, I gave him the idea. Oh, that doesn't eat the treasure. Thought I gave him the idea there by highlighting the card too. I don't think they were going to do it until I highlighted their own land. All right, now they're tapped out, or not tapped out, but at least they can't dispute, right? So that's why I let it tap, by the way. I let that Hive tap. I know they're gonna eat my graveyard up, but I let it tap because I didn't want them to be able to dispute in response. Nice. Now we're sitting really good. All right, let's go wilds. Why not? Now we've got so much mana. Okay, now we're cooking. Let's go. Now we're cooking. All we got to worry about is that little brush stroke, and they have no blood tokens out. So good stuff. Hullbreaker Horror is gonna get flashed in next turn. Make a surprise block on the Innkeeper. Bada bing, bada boom. We're in like Flynn. What a game, though, ladies and gentlemen. What a game we're having here. Don't call it a comeback. Our hand is so good. Our hand is disgusting right now. $30 life to 9? No problem. No problem. That's a lot of damage, actually. It's pretty annoying. Alright, Hullbreaker, go ahead and do your thing. Negate. Let's gain 3 because the life gain is really keeping us in this. No attacks just yet. We got to figure out how to deal with these hives, and the only way I can consider dealing with these hives is by double blocking with the Hullbreaker. So oh, they're only coming in with 1. Okay, I like it. And I'm not going to bounce their brushstroke here, obviously, because that's only going to help them. So we're not going to bounce anything here. There's the scoop. They did not like the double Hullbreakers, and I don't blame them. Oh, man. That's not fun. GG. That's going to do it for today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's list. It was an absolute powerhouse list. I think it's a fairly easy list to get, you know, some solid wins and runs on the ladder with. For sure. And I had a blast with it, man. I really enjoyed this list a lot. I am going to dive in and talk about it a little bit more, but before I do, if you made it this far in the video As always, just huge shout out to you guys. I know I already gave kind of a shout out to you guys in the middle of the video, but thank you so much for making this far. Honestly, it means a lot to the algorithm, and it pushes my videos out to more people. So thank you. You're helping out the channel more than you know. So with that being said, let's talk about the list a little bit here. Real quick, starting it off, Negate. Didn't get to see this card played at all because we weren't really running against any sort of control decks, but that's of course how the Magic Arena's, you know, algorithm, as you can say, works, where they put us against certain matchups and stuff like that. But it is kind of smart, I think, to have a few of these in the deck, and keeping the 3 copies is pretty important, I think, because if we do run into a control deck, this deck is bound to not perform as well because, you know, with control players, they're going to counter everything. They're going to bounce things. It's going to be annoying. And so having Negate to protect your things is kind of important, especially when you're talking about sweepers and yada yada. But the good news is that our top end creatures, they can't be countered, which is pretty awesome. So these are going to resolve no matter what, especially because we're casting them from hand, right? So these are really, really nice. They can't be countered, but they are susceptible to, you know, instant speed removal. Both are probably going to be played on turn 7. So, you know, not having a lot of mana open to protect them. So Fading Hope's going to be pretty important. So is Negate. But yeah, I think Negate's pretty important in those types of matchups. We just didn't get to see any today. Didn't get to showcase that. So I do think it does need to stay in the deck. Inscription pulled its weight, you know, tenfold. I think this card is awesome. Sunrise, man, what a busted card. I absolutely love this card. I would have loved to stack it and seen what we can do with it, but yeah, the only thing I would say is, as you saw in the beginning of the video, we were running Blood Chief's Thirst over Shadow's Verdict. That was definitely a mistake. Shadow's Verdict, you know, also pulled its weight extremely well. And I don't really have too much to say as far as things I would change to this list. I typically have 1 or 2 things I'm like, that maybe didn't work, that maybe didn't work. But everything worked out extremely well. And I'm not too sure about the, you know, the Burning Rune Demon. It is our slot for the 6-drop, and the reason I only have 1 in here is because, again, I was going through these 6-drop slots, and none of these cards really spoke to me for this particular deck. Obviously, there are some bangers like, you know, Mordekainen and Onyx, but they don't really work very well in this deck. They don't synergize at all with this deck, and so I was looking for things that synergize well, that made sense. You can go more Beatdown, you can go Vorinclex, you can go Huntmaster, but I thought Burning Rune Demon was the best choice because it just gives you really good card selection, right? And it forces your opponent into a bad spot, which is really cool. They have to kind of choose your card to give you, and you can pick and choose what it is you want to see. And at the end of the game, if you're playing Burning Rune Demon, you're probably grabbing these 2, and that's not a fun choice, you know, between those 2. You can get a little bit more janky with the Xanathar and things like that. So there are options for that slot, but I do think Burning Rune Demon is the best choice. But as always, if you guys have any thoughts on how to make this list any better, please leave it in the link down below, or the description down below. What am I saying? What's wrong with my brain, guys? The comments, the links, and the descriptions are for me. Comments are for you. Leave it in the comments if you have any ideas on how to make this list any better, guys. But yeah, before I get out of here, that's going to do it for the breakdown. Just want to give a huge shout out, of course, a personal shout out, always to the Marty Mob. You'll see the names on the screen here. These people are part of the Marty Mob. They help support this channel financially through a membership program, and they do so much for me, not only through the membership program, but through their kind words every day and just the support they give me. It's unmatched and unparalleled, and I really appreciate all of them so much for what they do. And if you guys want to become a Marty Mob member, you can go ahead and hit that join button down below or link in the description. You'll learn a lot more about it. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. We'll see you on the next one for Wednesday. Hopefully this mic situation will be sorted out, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.